Hello it's me Selena from Vintage Gaudi. Welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel and welcome to another video about an online purchases that I have made. So I have bought this lot with dolls and a Barbie backpack, and I wanted to show you who I got in this lot and why I bought actually this lot. So I would say we are not wasting any time, we're going directly into it. First of all, these are these Barbies are from two different sellers. The main part is from one seller, one specific doll is from a different seller, but I wanted to include in here because technically all of them are like online purchases. And yeah, let's go with the only doll, male doll actually, that I have found online, and that is this character here. This is Music Loving Ken from 1985, and this was a separate listing online, and he was only 5 Swiss francs, which was amazing. And the cool thing is it appeared nearby where I'm actually working, in that city where I'm working, so I could just combine it with after work going and pick it up. But technically it is from an online listing. And yeah, Music Loving line is actually, as far as I know, a European exclusive Barbie line, including Barbie, Skipper and Ken. And I do have Barbie. I have found Barbie quite sometimes actually, so she's technically not so rare, or at least here in Switzerland. So I found her every now and then. Skipper was a little bit harder to find, but Ken was kind of the ultimative thing to find, because I haven't really found Ken wearing his parts of his original outfit or so. And when this listing showed up for only 5 Swiss francs, I had to get him. So I do have finally all 3 of the Music Loving line. Condition-wise, Ken is in a really used condition. So, first of all, this is the face from Ken from the Music Loving line. It is basically kind of really simple face, actually. You see also he has already paint loss in his hair and so on. Fashion-wise, the Music Loving line is actually a fashion in yellow and white, so not really typical for Barbie, that we kind of know Barbie for like her pink and so on, but Music Loving line is yellow and white, and that is kind of interesting, and I really like that combo. So is Ken wearing his original outfit, not complete, not with the accessories, but at least I got the trousers and I got his jacket. Now, why he was also so cheap is actually because of the condition of Ken. Paint loss here, that's totally fine, no problem, no issue with that. But like the jacket, you see here these little white spots, that is from this material, from this fake leather that was often used in the Barbie line. And so seems that Ken had this jacket with this fake leather, and it is ingrained with the time, so there are only some tiny little spots there and they are everywhere. So what I will do is I will put this into the washing machine, so the rest of it will come off, and then I do have then a clean jacket, but not with this shiny leathery material anymore. But I don't mind that, because I just don't want to have these sprinkles of his jackets everywhere, like, yeah. So I choose that method to get rid of it. So it is just then a fabric jacket actually, without the leather gimmick. But he's wearing the original jacket, that is great, and he's wearing the original trousers. However, the trousers has stretched out here in the waistband, unfortunately. Also, you can see here the elastic band is showing up between the threads, which is interesting. So yeah, he's definitely used. Also, his hands have been chewed on. I don't know what to expect underneath once I take off his pants, so maybe there's also one or other surprise. But I had to have him, so I can finally complete the Music Loving line, including Ken, Skipper and Barbie. So I'm really happy for him, even though the condition is not that great. His arms are also super loose, his legs are super loose, but I do have him now. So I'm happy to have him. Eventually, maybe during my times of flea marketing thrifting, I will find an upgrade version of it. That would be great too. But for now, I'm happy to have at least the missing character from that line. So that is really great. Now we're coming to this big lot. This was all in one lot from one seller. And in this lot was also this Barbie kids backpack, which I really think is cool because it is using still this 90s Barbie logo. Unfortunately, I couldn't find anywhere like a tag where it says from what year this could be, but assuming from the picture here from the front, it looks like it must be from the late 90s because this is a late 90s Barbie style, but it is using the 90s Barbie logo. So it could be that this was released, like I would say, eventually 97, 98, maybe 99, something in that time period around. And what I think is really fun, this backpack has this sticker on it from the Backstreet Boys, actually, which I think is interesting because this one says 1997. So just me guessing around, this backpack could be from 1997 or something in that time period, or 98 eventually. So that is kind of the only hint that I have towards what it could be, plus also from the Barbie image that is not really an early 90s Barbie but more a late 90s Barbie. It has this cool pocket here in the front, which I really like. Condition wise, this backpack is in really good condition. We have the main part here on the back, so you can store things in here. The only thing is, of course, this was meant to be for kids and not for adults, so the backpack straps are too short for my shoulders, and I'm really thinking eventually if I want to prolong them so I can wear it as a backpack, or maybe not. I'm not sure what I will do with it actually. So but I do have this really cool backpack in such a nice condition actually, with the Barbie here in the front. We got these beautiful butterflies and flower themed all around the backpack, which is perfect for now spring season. And the backpack here is made out of plastic, which means once if you got into a rain or so, your stuff won't get wet actually. So that is also really great. But unfortunately, the straps here are too short for me. But maybe I can sew something here to adjust it so it would also fit me and my shoulders. Or I don't know, maybe it ends up in my shop or so. I don't know yet, but I think it's a cool backpack. So yeah, I have it including in the lot. Now I do have a ton of dolls here, and one doll is missing. I had in this lot also a Pocahontas doll with really long hair. I already gave this doll away to my kind of boss, so called for her daughter. She wanted a Pocahontas doll because she had one when she was a child, and when I saw this lot, I didn't bought the lot because of the Pocahontas, but instead for other dolls. And the Pocahontas was in there, so I already decided to take out the Pocahontas and give it to her, so she can give it to her daughter. But yeah, that's what I want to say. So this lot is not complete, missing one doll, but the rest is here. So I would say we're just going into it, starting with this one here. This is the beautiful Stacy, Gymnast Stacy from the year 1995, and she's wearing her original sort of jumpsuit. This Gymnast Stacy came also with Whitney and Janet. Janet probably was never released here in Switzerland, so we rarely got the dark-skinned dolls from the lines. So yeah, but I do have Whitney. Yes, I do have Whitney and I do have Stacy already. So this is a double. A lot of the dolls will be doubles, but that's the risk in buying lots because there's one doll that I really wanted. So yeah, I will clean her, of course. And also the fashion or her jumpsuit I will clean, and I guess she might end up in a trade or eventually in my shop. Then next up, this one here was also in this lot. I don't really know what to do with it because I'm not really a Simba collector, which means this is eventually not Petra, of course, but what was her other name? Steffi Love. Is this Steffi Love? from Simba, or was Petra Simba? No, Petra wasn't Simba. Petra was Petra, right? So, anyways, we got this doll here, and I'm not really interested in her. She is, however, really articulated. So, from the eye screening itself, I would say she must be somewhat in like the late 80s. Early 90s, I would say more like into the 80s. There is no, yeah, Steffi Love, it says here on the head, but there is no year actually on the head mold of her. So, yeah, but screen wise from the face, I would say she must be somewhat in the 80s. Articulation, I mentioned it. So her head is movable, her shoulders are completely movable, her elbows are movable, which I think is kind of interesting. Also, here, the torso, the legs, the knees are movable, and even her feet are movable. So she got a really big articulation actually, and I think it is always really interesting to see how other brands kind of choose to make these articulations. For example, here in the feet, she has this thing sticking around, which I would say is like sort of a stick piece that you put in there, so the feet hold in place actually. That I think is kind of interesting, but of course for kids it's like super dangerous when that piece is sticking out or coming off, and then small children might swallow like a piece of the feet or so. That is, yeah. Anyways, I'm not keeping her, so I don't know if she ends up into the donation bin for the thrift store or maybe also on my shop. Then next up we have this one here. Yeah, this one here I immediately recognized as well. First of all, I saw the speaker and was first thinking, oh, is it eventually Teen Talk Barbie? But no, it is not, because she has these eyebrows. You see these lines here, these painted eyebrows, and normally you think Jewel Secret Barbie has that, but in the 90s was also a Barbie who had that, and that is actually Dentist Barbie from the year 1997. So Dentist Barbie is having these eyebrows as well. Plus, she's not wearing her original earrings. Of course, outfit wise, she's not wearing it, but her earrings, which is fun because these earrings here, these yellow earrings, belong actually to this doll. While this doll is wearing blue earrings, which actually belongs to this doll. So, Dentist Barbie should come with blue earrings. However, they kinda could swap their earrings. I don't know how, because all these studs are super difficult to get out actually of the Barbie's head, but however they did it, and so she ended up having the earrings from this doll here. Speakers, yes, Dentist Barbie, she's not working anymore. I think the batteries are, yeah, empty at the moment. So Dentist Barbie is doing some noises. She's not talking at all. She's not saying something, but she's doing some noises, some like dentist typical noises, like you hear water splash or something like that. So that is what she is doing. I do have her already as well, so she's a double. What I want to do is try to remove her earrings and put it on the right doll. And also this doll here, I will open the battery slot at a point, clean her up, and maybe I can get her back to work. But since she's a double, yeah, she ends up in the trade pile or in the, yeah, also for my shop, whatever. So yes, let's continue. Let's go with this doll here. This doll is one of the many 80s fashion play Barbies. I cannot really tell which one exactly she is, but she's one of the many 80s, because during the 80s Mattel released a lot of fashion Barbies, which were actually these budget line Barbies. So they have the straight arms, you cannot move them to the side, just back and forward. And this face screening is so typical for that fashion play Barbies. Of course, there are some with bangs or longer or shorter hair and so on, and kind of that you can narrow it down to which one it is, but still there are so many, so I could not really identify which one she is. Also, she's a double, but what she's wearing is this fashion piece, this purple fashion, which is actually Fashion Avenue from the year 1995, and the number is 14980. I don't have this fashion piece, so I'm glad to have this piece that will be a new addition to my collection. Also, this doll I will clean up and place aside since it is a double. Now we got this one here, which was actually the main reason why I bought this lot. Locket Surprise Barbie from the year 1993. I was looking for her for years actually. I don't have Locket Surprise Barbie or any of her other characters. Eventually I do have Ken. Maybe I have Ken, but I don't have any of the, female dolls actually. I do have a fashion pack and I don't have her original outfit. So I will give her the outfit from the fashion pack from the Locket Surprise line. But yeah, I wanted this doll for so long and now it was in the lot, so that was the main reason why I bought this lot. I got Locket Surprise Barbie. Fun fact is, I don't know why, but no one bid against me. The picture showed all the dolls sitting next to each other, and Locket Surprise Barbie was sitting a little bit covered from the backpack. So I think that maybe no one really clicked on the picture to zoom in and check who is there, and so my luck, I got Locket Surprise Barbie for a really good price. So the whole lot that I showed you with the backpack was around about 50 Swiss francs. And what is it? How many dolls do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 dolls. So a little bit more, let's say about 5, 6 Swiss francs per doll, which I think is actually good because none of them do have cut hair. They are really good condition, so I think it's fair. And especially also for Locket Surprise Barbie, because in Switzerland this doll naked goes for quite a bit, and so that was never for me an option to buy her alone when paying for her 20 Swiss francs in this condition, while I could have her in a lot for narrowed it down to 5, 6 Swiss francs, something like that. She has her original earrings. This is a face screen, and Locket Surprise Barbie has a special body mold. You see here on the bust area, you can actually open it. It has this heart, sort of cut out in a heart shape with roses on it, really cute, and you can actually open it. And usually in here would be like maybe a picture frame from Ken or something, that you can store in there. She just have the mirror here. So I don't know if the mirror is actually fixed in there. So if she fixed came with that mirror and you can put some other stuff in there as well, or if the mirror is something that you can add in there. Plus she has also this sort of, is it called a hinge? Is it? No, I don't know if. But anyway, she does have this one here, and she should come with like accessories similar to the earring magic line, so you can hang that in here. So maybe like sort of a locket, right? So yeah, and you can see on the body itself, it says here 1996 and 1993 is actually her release date or her body mold date. She has still the crimped hair, so she is a new addition to my collection and the main reason why I bought it. So she can stay definitely, and I will clean her up too. Now, who do we have next? Which one do we want to go next? Okay, we are going with this one here, and I think she might be eventually a new... maybe she's a new addition to my collection as well. This is what I think the 1995 Cool Spirits Barbie Special Edition doll. She's wearing her original earrings. This is her face. She has the saran hair and the painted on body. Straight arms, also a budget line doll, so she can just move it back and forward and not to the side. But I think she must be Cool Spirits Barbie from the year 1995. Then one doll that looks kind of similar but is wearing Kanekalon hair, so both have like the same lipstick, same earrings, but just different hair color, hair fiber, is this one here. And this one is actually a new addition to my collection. This is the 1997 Barbie style. And I don't know how, but she has this necklace on, and this Barbie style doll didn't came with the necklace. So maybe it was like, or eventually the necklace was like an extra or so, or in an accessory pack or whatever. But I looked it online, and this Barbie style doll didn't came with a necklace. So it is kind of interesting how she has this necklace on, because her head is intact. So somehow this necklace must have been put around her. So eventually they self-made it, and yeah, put it around her neck or so. But I think it looks really cool with this Barbie bee. So that necklace definitely stays on her, and she is a new addition to my collection as well. Also red earrings, this necklace that is originally not hers, and she has this ring here, which I'm not sure if it's actually hers or not, because I was assuming maybe she should come with a red ring too, but she did not. She has this one here. So it is kind of really mixed. Eventually, maybe could this ring be from her actually, because she has this square shape, like you see it, this, or this diamond sort of shaped studs, and this is actually the same color scheme. So eventually this ring here from her should go on this doll. So I will actually do then that swap later on, but I think she must come with a red ring. So, and this one here, even though it is a Barbie style doll, which usually was like an budget line doll, she can move her arms to the side. She still has the straight arms, but she can move them to the side and not just back and forward, which is interesting. So not all budget line dolls do have that they can only move back and forward, but also some do have different ones that you can move to the side, which is interesting. Anyway, so this is what I think the Barbie style. In case if I'm saying something wrong or so, you can correct me in the comment section down below. Now moving on to this doll, which is also a really great doll, but a double for me. Still, I will check with mine in my collection, but I think mine is in better condition, because this one here has cut bangs, which is so sad. And yeah, who is this girl actually? This is 1991 Bennett and Teresa. Bennett and Teresa is also kind of really cool doll. I love this petroleum green kind of eyeshadow. I love her brown eyes. She has these blue earrings, which are, as I mentioned before, not her original ones, so she should come with these yellow earrings. So I kind of tried to remove these ones and giving her the correct ones. She has the Steffi face mold. So yeah. Did I say Bennett and Mitch? I mean, it is Bennett and Teresa. So there is no Bennett and Mitch in the line, but Bennett and Teresa. So just to make that clear. Also, I will clean her, of course. That with the fringe is so sad, but funny ways, I have seen that so often with this Bennett and Teresa, that the bangs here are cut. I don't know why they tended to cut her bangs actually, but somehow this doll specific was was tended to be cut their bangs off. And also here are some plugs missing, but yeah, all in all, she still has a lot of hair, which is great. So I will check with mine and keep the one that is in the better condition. And the last doll actually is a mystery doll for me. I could not find out who this doll is, because this must be either way a late 90s doll or an early 2000s doll. And I couldn't find out where she is, who she is from. So in case if you have an idea, please write me out down in the comment section down below. She doesn't have any bangs, so she doesn't have them. It looks like she's rooted here a little bit to the side, so she has a side part. I think, however, her earrings are the originals. She has this magenta sort of lipstick, and this is her eye screening. She is wearing the fashion from the Sweetheart Barbie, I think 1995 or 1996. So this fashion is not hers. This is from Sweetheart Barbie from the mid-90s. So yeah, also she has gone a little bit under a rough time. Her hand here is a little bit chewed. This hand here is also sort of chewed on. So yeah. Still, I think it's okay to have her in the lot. So I don't have her in my collection, I'm pretty sure. So eventually she will be a new addition once I know who she really is. So I would really appreciate if you can help me out with that. And yes, that has been so far my haul from the online purchase. I got Mystery Doll wearing Sweetheart Barbie's dress. Then I do have Dentist Barbie wearing the earrings from Bennett and Teresa. I do have Bennett and Teresa wearing earrings from Dentist Barbie. Then I do have the Barbie style. I have Cool Spirit Barbie. The one that I needed and wanted the most, Locket Surprise Barbie, one of the many Fashion Play Barbies with Fashion Avenue fashions. Then I have the cute little Gymnast Stacy, and vintage Steffi Love, and we got here the music loving Ken. Plus, not to forget the cool backpack. Write me down in the comment section down below which one is your favorite. I really hope you liked this video. Please go and check out more of the videos on my YouTube channel. Click the subscribe button and we'll see us in next video with Vintage Gaudi. Bye!